Have you ever wondered what it's like to fly the longest aircraft in the world? Then join me on my flight back in time with the Lufthansa Airbus A340-600. On my 11-hour flight, I fly one of the last active quad jets from Frankfurt, Germany to Hong Kong International. The replacement of the iconic Kai Tak airport, where the A340 and 747s were once the stars of the show in the early 80s and 90s. In this video, we explore the Airbus A340-600 with all its quirks and features. We visit Hong Kong International Airport and dive deeper into its rich history. And we have one of the best Lufthansa economy class experiences I've had so far. So after a short 40-minute flight, we arrived at Frankfurt International Airport. So Frankfurt Airport is quite nice and you do have a lot of shopping facilities in it. But of course the best thing is seeing all these very rare planes that you rarely see these days on other airports in the world. And Frankfurt has literally all of them. So by coincidence I actually found the 747 that I flew before, the retro 747. If you want to see that, it's online on my channel right here. And after transiting through the airport, I arrived at my gate. And as you can see, it was pretty busy. So there are a lot of people going on this flight. And also probably a lot of people that still like the chance of flying the A340. Speaking of which, here is our Airbus A340-600 from Lufthansa. A plane that is designed in the late 90s and still at a moment where ETOPS was not really a thing, and so the quad jets were mainly used for long haul travel. So this example is delivered new to Lufthansa in 2008 and makes use of 4 Rolls-Royce Trent engines. And would you take a look at this iconic duo? And after a short wait at the gate, we finally could board the Airbus A340. And boarding an airplane like this is always very special, not only because it's a quad jet, but also because this is one of the largest aircraft in the world. So with boarding the A340, you wouldn't believe that this is quite an old plane already. You can really see that Lufthansa put a lot of effort in refurbishing the cabin, and also the IFE looks very new, which of course I'm very happy with. So my economy class seat is seat 39A, which is at the left side of the plane with a nice view of both the wing and the engine. So let's start off with the seats, which I'm very happy about, as this is quite a spacious seat and everything just looks really nice. The only thing that was broken on this particular flight is the book holder, but that is only a minor thing. And so Lufthansa also gives you a nice blanket for sleeping and also a pillow to make yourself comfortable during the long haul flight. And I was actually amazed to be handed out a true menu card, as this is a thing that I've never had in economy class. I only saw in business class and first class. Well done, Lufthansa.
We do expect no cloudy conditions with a good chance of precipitation once in a while. We will have a little bit of a bumpy ride after 3 hours and after 5 hours of flight time. So if the seatbelt signs are on, please remain seated with the seatbelts fastened. If the seatbelt signs are off, like now, you may move freely. I do it right now, this announcement, and I don't disturb your night rest now going on our way to Hong Kong. We have 3 pilots today taking turns a little bit to steering the ship into a long-haul night flight.
We will now show you the safety features on board.
Öffnen Sie die Staufächer über Ihren Sitzen immer vorsichtig, damit keine Gegenstände herausfallen können.
So after seeing the safety video, we finally headed our way towards the runway. It's actually pretty cool to see that this Lufthansa flight is really focused on the Asian market and therefore also puts everything into Chinese as well. So quickly after takeoff, we already got served with our first drink of the flight, a still water with some nice snacks. And because we didn't have our dinner yet, let's start off with the untouched lavatories in the Airbus A340, as these are quite special. So the economy class in the Lufthansa Airbus A340 makes use of a lower lavatory put in the cargo bay of the plane. So this is not a double-decker plane, but still you need some stairs to get through the lavatories. And in here you have several lavatories, all being used for economy class. Then, so what exactly is the lavatory like? So the lavatory in the A340 is pretty spacious, as there is a lot of space in the belly of the plane. It is very clean, but you do not have a lot of amenities to choose from, as you can find with other airlines. So now that we are on cruising altitude and flying over most of Germany, we already got served with our dinner of today. So the dinner starts with an appetizer of mixed seasonal salad with radish, followed by a main course of yujiang chicken with Chinese vegetables and jasmine rice. And we also get a dessert of fruit yogurt. And I don't say it very often, but this dinner was truly one of the best dinners I've ever had on a plane. It was so delicious. I think it's also because we're flying to Asia, and this route is also really catered to being an Asian route for Lufthansa, but it was truly really nice. And also the side dishes like the bread and the butter and also the cookies and little cheese was really really nice. So after having our very nice dinner, we did have pretty severe turbulence, but after that it was finally time to get some sleep.
Cabin crew, be seated. Cabin crew, be seated.
So after a good night of sleep at 39,000 feet, I woke up above mainland China. And these were truly magnificent views. I did not know that China was such a beautiful country. So quickly after, we received our breakfast of today, which was a fruit yogurt and scrambled eggs with vegetable pepperonata and spinach. And about the breakfast, it was really not very tasteful. It was okay, but definitely not the best that I've seen, and definitely not on par with the dinner of last evening. And now once again the seat, but this time in daylight, as this is a really nice seat, and you can really see that Lufthansa puts a lot of effort into keeping it well maintained. And here you also have the safety card for the Airbus A340. And so now we're almost at the end of our journey from Frankfurt to Hong Kong in the Airbus A340. And now it's time for the final approach into Hong Kong Airport. Welcome to Hong Kong on the other side of the world, and also welcome to one of the most impressive airports to ever be built in the world. So after landing we had quite a long taxi drive towards our gate, but it did however give us a nice tour of the airport. So now that we're deboarding at daytime, we can actually have a great look at the other cabins of the A340. So here we have the business class cabin, and here we have the somewhat older first class cabin of Lufthansa. But that was not all, as I got a private tour of the cockpit of the Airbus A340. And I had a short chat with the pilots, and it was honestly really cool. They were so nice, and when I told them that I actually booked the flight because of the A340, they also let me sit in the captain's chair, which was just a really cool experience with flying the A340 for the very first time. So then, what exactly is it like to fly the Lufthansa Airbus A340, and should I recommend it? Well, the recommendation I can be very short. If you like this aircraft and you would love to try it once in your life, you should definitely book it, because it's getting out of service at the middle or end of this year. And so therefore this was one of the last chances to be able to fly one. So if you want to take a flight back in time, you should definitely do it now, and I can really recommend it. Alright, so this was probably the last A340 flight ever. And with that being said, besides the A340, this was probably the best Lufthansa flight I have ever had. So the service on board was really good, and we had a combination of German and also Asian crew. And the food on this flight was truly phenomenal, so that was also really nice. And now let's check out Hong Kong International Airport and dive a little bit deeper into the rich history of this beautiful airport. So what you see here is the Skybridge, and it is the only Skybridge in the world, and it connects two parts of the airport with airplanes driving underneath it. And we're actually going to visit the Skybridge in a few moments, but first let's now check out the terminal. So Hong Kong Airport is actually really big and spacious with plenty of shopping facilities, and Terminal 1 is actually one of the biggest terminals in the world. And what I also like is that throughout the airport they use a lot of glass surface, and that gives you a very nice view over the runway and the skyline of Hong Kong. And so I actually found the Lufthansa Airbus A340 at a higher level, and therefore I had a really nice opportunity to snap some very nice beauty shots of this plane. But first, let's dive deeper into the rich history of Hong Kong International Airport. Welcome to Hong Kong International Airport, one of the world's busiest and most advanced aviation hubs. But before this state-of-the-art facility, there was another airport, one of the most infamous in aviation history, Kai Tak. So Kai Tak Airport was in the heart of Hong Kong and operated from 1925 until 1998. With a single runway extending into Victoria Harbour and surrounded by skyscrapers and mountains. It was one of the most challenging airports for pilots, the infamous Kai Tak approach. It required a sharp low-altitude turn just seconds before landing. Despite the danger, Kai Tak was a vital gateway to Asia. However, with growing passenger numbers and limited space, Hong Kong needed a new solution. In 1998, Hong Kong International Airport opened on the man-made island of Chek Lap Kok, replacing Kai Tak. Built on reclaimed land, it was designed for efficiency, safety, and future expansion. Today, Hong Kong International Airport is a global aviation leader, handling over 70 million passengers and millions of tons cargo annually, with state-of-the-art facilities, a third runway under construction, and direct links to China's Greater Bay Area. It continues to shape the future of air travel. And with that being said, let's now check out the Skybridge and the Skybar, which were both really cool things that you must see when you're at Hong Kong International Airport. So the Skybar connects the Terminal 1 and the satellite building together, and through a pair of escalators you're able to get up through the height of the Skybar where airplanes drive under you. So that is really cool, and incorporated with the Skybar you also have the Sky Deck. And that gives you a nice insight about the building of the new Hong Kong International Airport, and also about building of the Skybridge, which is really cool. And on that same level you also have the intervals bar, which probably gives you the best view of the whole airport, as well as a nice drink and some place to chill out in between flights. Alright, so with that being said, thank you guys for watching to yet another video on my channel. and it was quite a long video. It was very fun to make, and I'll probably do it more often. Please let me know in the comments if you like this types of video, and also please consider subscribing, as my next flight is already on its way with the Cathay Pacific Airbus A330. So thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Ciao!